What's crack-a-lackin' is a disasterologist, and this time around we're going to be doing Will the Cocktail Shaker Open? Episode 3. Now, hold your horses here, you silly gooses. Horses? Gooses? Let's take a quick look at the rules once again, shall we? I'm going to place them on the screen right here, right now. So you may pause, read at your leisure if you're not a quick reader, and then you can continue playing the video. Okay? And go. Alright, are we cool? Cool. So, previously on Will the Cocktail Shaker Open, I did not open the cocktail shaker. Spoiler alert. Oops. I was a tad over 5 seconds. Here is my evidence right here. As you may see on screen right here, right now. So you don't have to go back and look at the previous video. Now, depending on the severity of how long it took me to open the cocktail shaker beyond the 5-second mark, I will determine the severity of said punishment based on that. So, because I was only a few milliseconds over 5 seconds on the dot, this won't be a very severe punishment, but it's still going to be a punishment nonetheless. So I hate martinis. They are probably the worst cocktail I've ever tasted in my entire life. Or among the worst. I don't know. I can't really say which one is truly the worst, but it's pretty well there. You want to consider that on the worst cocktails, like with the 9 circles of hell, that would be within the 9th fucking circle, okay? So anyways, because I hate martinis so much, this is perfect here. Only, I don't think it is reasonable for me to make myself have a full martini cocktail. That's a little extreme for being a tad over 5 seconds. So what I'm going to do instead is, I got a little shot glass here. Did not chill it, because I really don't give a shit. And I'm probably only gonna have, I don't know, like yay much here, like about 3/4 of a shot, maybe half a shot. I'm not sure. I gotta look at the proportions of a martini again. Also, one more thing to note here. I do not have my dry vermouth on hand at the moment, and I was unable to retrieve it in a timely manner. So I substituted it with the closest thing that I could come up with, and that was sweet vermouth. That was probably my best solution. I wanted to use a vermouth of some sort, so this was the only thing that I have at the moment. Alright, so I just looked up the very first thing that I saw on Google. I'm not going to go through the effort of looking at the best cocktail websites for a fucking martini, especially one of this stature. And I'm also not dirtying a mixing glass or anything in my cocktail shakers or whatever to stir it in. I literally do not need a lot in here. But I did add some ice in here just so it's kind of like a martini, if you will. Didn't bother really chilling in the freezer. No use for that. Also, these measurements that I have here, I am not going to be using those, obviously, because, you know, that I would probably say like 2.5 ounces is more than this. So we're going to, well, I'm not really going to use a jigger either, so I mean, like, really the best thing I can do is just pour the stuff and wing it here. Okay, so the one thing we gotta keep in mind, we need to have more vodka than sweet vermouth. So we're going to I don't even know why I'm crouched down like this. Like, what the fuck am I doing? With the ice cube? I don't have to scoop the ice cube out. You know, this would be fucking disgusting. I fucking hate this already. And I'm only doing, like, not even a complete shot here, man. My dudes. My gooses. Fucking help me. That's probably more than enough. In here, I would say that equals out. Ew, 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 ew. not looking forward to this. We are gonna give this a bit of a stir, though. Alright. It's probably good, I guess. Time to get rid of the ice cube. You know what? At least it's only half a shot, or roughly half a shot, maybe just a touch over. You know what? It's gonna be quick. It's gonna be painless. Cheers, y'alls! I swear to God, I'm not fucking exaggerating. That was horrific. That was abysmal. Now, speaking of martinis, let's get to the point. What y'all have been waiting for. We're going to be making an espresso martini. So first things first, you're going to add 2.5 ounces of full strength espresso.
Excuse you.
Next thing we're going to do, we're going to use 2 ounces of vodka. Last but not least, we are going to be using Kahula, and we are going to be using, let's do 1 ounce of that. Sure. Holy shit. And proceed to maybe get 1/4 ounce on the table. That was totally part of the plan. Now, one thing that I have neglected to mention is I have a coupe glass chilling in the freezer as we speak. Now, if you are following along and you haven't done so yet and you haven't shaken your cocktail yet, it's not too late. Go put a goddamn coupe glass in the freezer or your favorite glass of choice. I don't fucking know. So I think this is self-explanatory now. I've got my ice ready to go. Let go. And front. Ow! Ow. Ooh, ew, messy, gross. Ah, ew! Sure. Oh, and don't forget, if you have coffee grounds, garnish like so. However you like. I don't know. I'm just putting mine in the center because, I don't know. Now, if you don't have coffee grounds and don't feel like getting any, I don't know, maybe sprinkle some fucking ground coffee on here, instant coffee. I'm not sure. Well, you know what? Let's sit down and enjoy our lovely creation that we have here. Here it is for view. Can't really see the top of it, but I'll make sure to include a photo of that. It's actually very pretty to look at. This is probably one of the better cocktails that I enjoy making. Yum yum. Anyways, cheers y'alls!